Roads getting narrow with snakes in the shadow, and the shade where you sleep is formed by the gallows where a man with an arrow was hung by the shallow. Little boys, little boys, little boys who became what they feared. Who spoke of trust would come to betray us? Who would have sought love from those who prayed for peace while sowing hatred's seed? Who would have fought for a land where blood flows till it gluts each river? Who would have sons knowing all the orphans they would soon deliver? Kneel beside me in this field of memory. Don't become those you fear. Don't kill what you mean. Cause the straight and narrow has snakes in the shadow, and the shade where you sleep is formed by the gallows where a man with an arrow was hung by the shallow. Little boys, little boys, little boys who became what they feared. You should have known the snakes were figments of imagination. You should have shown the roads and gallows were your creation. Sleep beside me, there's no time to worry. The sound that you hear, it comes from your ear. Cause the road gets narrow with snakes in the shadow, and the shade where you sleep is formed by the gallows where a man with an arrow was hung by the shallow. Little boys, little boys, little boys, there's a choice. The straight and narrow has snakes in the shadow, and the shade where you sleep